Hey, welcome to ZooBricks. My name is Maxine and I am trying to build the world's largest Lego zoo. In today's update, I want to show you kind of where I'm up to with the zoo. You can see I've kind of got a bit of a mess behind me, but also I finished off the tapestry ready for Bricktastic down in Manchester next month. That's the UK's largest Lego exhibition, and it's like at an old train station down in Manchester. So I got my tapestry finished the other day. I was pretty pleased with it. By the end of it, I added a lot of 3D details like around the white area, including the Raccoon Girl minifigure. I incorporated into that. I did have some cool animals kind of hidden in and around the actual minifigure tapestry, but I was a little bit worried about them going walking during the exhibition, so I've changed them all and just put some generic pieces down. I've got loads of black and grey and white, so it wasn't too much of a big miss if any of those little pieces go missing. And I'm quite pleased with it for my first attempt, and it's ready to go to Bricktastic, which is the 24th and 25th of February. And there are still tickets available if you're wanting to go. Now, this last weekend was the Metro Centre's Lego store's 10th birthday as well, so went along to that, and they had some freebies that they gave away. There was even like a little invitation, and wasn't really sure what to expect. Got there quite early on, but got some free sets. Got a friend's flower, which I'm sure that'll fit in the zoo somewhere, and also a Dreams Z-Blob and Bunshoe Spider Escape. Cool. And I actually got my very first Lego passport, and that has a unique stamp in it, which is birthday cake. So it's got the Metro Centre Newcastle in there and also the birthday cake symbol too. So that's pretty cool. I'll start collecting stamps in that as well as some mad party glasses. So there we go. And they're also really trying to push the Fortnite game too. So yeah, it's a nice little freebie. Hey, it doesn't cost anything. But anyways, let's get to the zoo. So this is where I'm up to. I moved the zoo from over there to over here. As I mentioned in one of my previous videos, it's getting a little bit tricky. And it was really hard work actually sitting up on the table and building the otter enclosure over there. So I've moved everything over here. I've been doing some really, really boring work with it, because unfortunately when I built this otter enclosure, I wasn't 100% sure that I could do this because I've never done this before. So I was a little bit like, oh, let's just build it and see, and I'll worry about the logistics later. Well, actually what I did, which was a bit stupid, was I put some pieces, you may have noticed, I put some pieces that were over the joints, which basically mean that I destroyed the modular capability of this set. And of course, the whole reason of this Lego zoo is going to be able to transport it to a different location so it can actually go on display. So for it to be breakable, downable into lots of pieces is what it needs to be. So what I had to do is split it all up. I had to rebuild the keeper house. So I've made that modular, so that just lifts off, just like the rest of the buildings that I've built already. So building come off, it's got a little base that it sits on, but check this out. All of the otter enclosure comes apart into multiple clean pieces. Now that is one object. This hill is actually one object, but that's okay because it's handleable as it is, and I know that it's one thing. It's just because of the way the base plates are sat on it and also the tables. If you pop the base plates up, you can actually split it down into its things, but it's manageable as it is. So whatever I build on top of that will have to be removable. So yeah, it's a bit of a dull job, that, making sure that you can remove it all. The tree still exists. It's over there. I haven't done anything to it. There we go. So I just haven't bothered moving it over because I'm going to be adding to this now anyway. So pop the keeper shed back down there. So there we go. So the reason why I brought this over here is because this is the main entrance area of the zoo, and I want to start building the next enclosure, which I have decided is going to be goats. Now I have a rather large collection of goats now because of the recent collectible minifigure releases. So I think I've got 7 of the new goats, and I've got 1 of the OG goats, one of the original goats. So I think they're hanging out over on that side of the hill just now, a couple of them anyways. But the goat enclosure at our actual real life zoo is one of our most popular exhibits. We've got quite a few goats in there, pygmy goats and like giant goats as well. I'll take you and show you when we get into that enclosure. But it's a really fun, interactive and very busy exhibit, so I think it'll suit the beginning of the zoo as well and kind of fit in with the entrance quarter. People love goats. And of course, the other thing I want to do is incorporate this gift shop that I built, but this is based on this set round here, which is actually a Lego store. So the gift shop is based on this set, which is just, it has no back and it has no roof. And that's what I've used as a base to create this, where I've modularized it. And all I did was swap all of the yellow pieces for green, and obviously I got rid of all of the toys that they had advertised. And I haven't stuck the stickers on the side of the building either, just because they didn't really suit what I was wanting to do. So there's a few pieces that I could do with redoing, but I just haven't got the parts at the minute. So all I've done is modularize it. Every single one of these little roofs, living roofs, comes off. And so does the middle bit as well. So I'll take that one off as well to show you. But what I really like about the top floor is the fact that these windows open and you can see what's for sale in the top there. So we've got a hedgehog and a hamster, a rabbit and a chameleon for sale upstairs. And then there's some nice things in the display window there, and that all hinges up so you can get access into it. And then this whole top of the gift shop comes off. So I'll just lift that off. And then you can see into the bottom of it. So we've got a range of different soft toys available. This tiger I thought looked more soft toyish than animalish. So put him in there. And then we've got another squirrel, a rabbit and a giant panda. There's your till. This guy's pretty cool. He's one of the little bears from Brave to greet you as you come through the door. Obviously the door handles are made from frogs. I mean, what else? And then in this wing of the store, I rounded a green tile, but we've got turtles, hamsters, squirrels, and rabbits again for sale with a salamander in the window. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with it. I think it's probably a little bit small based on the actual scale of the zoo itself, but I think it's a good starting point. Like I said, there's a few pieces on it that need replacing with the correct colour, but I'm pretty happy with it. So the idea is that this gift shop is going to sit somewhere along here like this. The visitor footpath's going to come down here. I've got the new giraffe set that was released in January, so I was wondering if that might stand here actually and people can walk underneath its legs. I think that would be a pretty cool addition to the zoo, but I would like to build some sort of fountain or something that's quite remarkable and then start building the goat enclosure here or something. So that's where I'm up to. It's been a very, very busy couple of weeks here at the actual real life zoo because we've been closed for 2 weeks doing a lot of maintenance, so I haven't had a massive amount of time to work on this, and obviously trying to get the tapestry done was my priority because I really wanted to display something at the Bricktastic Show. Apologies for the delay on the update. So anyways, I'm going to start cracking on with this new goat enclosure and we'll see how we get on. as far as I've gotten tonight, I've added that little standoff garden outside the otters. There's a little area there ready for a garden. I used up as many of these little single tiles as I had, so I've got some more coming. The gift shop has been placed. We've got a little middle area here, which would be really cool to put like a book garden in and some picnic tables and like a tree or something just to kind of fill the space. I'm debating whether or not to either build like a small guinea pig village or put the giraffe over there, because that would be a really cool kind of entrance thing to have, this huge giraffe statue. And then I've added this extra bit of path along here, and I've started building the goat enclosure, which is going to be kind of like a oldie worldy stony enclosure fence type. I think it'll fit in quite nicely, and I was debating whether or not to see if I could build this enclosure round. We'll have the keeper area, kind of off-show area here at the back, and maybe try and integrate the Viking village off the back of it and kind of make it like a bit of a medieval section. I don't know. Or I don't know. I don't know if goats is a good one to have in this enclosure, or if I should put something else near the entrance. It might be a little bit too much having the medieval village so early on, but it might also be really cool too. So yes, I'm quite pleased with how far I've got today. There's a lot of path mainly. There's a lot of infrastructure really that I've kind of started off with here. I think it's good to kind of visualize paths, and I've obviously added the jumpers in there ready for minifigures to be able to walk and stand on. I thought a little kind of inset viewing area here would be cool for the public. And if this does turn out to be a goat enclosure, which I think it would be pretty cool, it would be nice to have some sort of interactive public goat thing. I've seen places where you can put some food in like a little conveyor and you like turn it and the conveyor goes up into the enclosure and then drops food on platforms for goats. I don't know. It would be cool to try and do something like that with Lego. Why not? But yeah, what do you think? I'm pretty pleased with how well it's gone, and yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't done already, please do remember to subscribe to the ZooBricks channel, and I shall see you next time. Thank you so much.